Coming up next, a welterweight matchup between Nate Diaz and Paul Felder. Well, we probably trot out the term well-rounded in modern-day mixed martial arts more than we should, but this fighter certainly fits the bill.
Oh, 110%. He can do everything inside the octagon. Where he is most comfortable is inside of that 8-sided structure where most men are terrified of being. But for this gentleman, he only wants to be there. When you try to wrestle him, he's able to defend takedowns. If you dare stand and strike with him, he can knock you out. He's got all the tools necessary to become a UFC champion.
His first martial art, mixed martial arts, and that's not always the case. He believes that he should have a lot of advantages in this matchup tonight. Well, enjoy him while he's here, folks, because you never know if this will be the last time we see Nate Diaz in the UFC with a fan base really as big as any fighter in the sport. Diaz is back tonight, and we're glad to see him.
Stockton, stand up. This guy has a cult following. He is one of the most interesting guys in the UFC because he has the sense that he really doesn't care to be here, but he also doesn't feel as comfortable anywhere but in the octagon. So it's a love-hate relationship with fighting for Nate Diaz. When he's happiest, when he's best, he's fighting in the UFC. A guy that boxes, unbelievable, but I think it's the attitude of Nate Diaz that has made him into one of the biggest stars that we've ever seen in the octagon.
He had a couple of life-changing paydays against Conor McGregor, the win at UFC 196, the majority decision loss at UFC 202.
Which to this day he says he won, right?
He thinks he won that fight. But one thing goes without saying, and I'll say it anyway, when Nate Diaz fights, the world is watching, and that is the case yet again here tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the octagon, Yves Loving. And now, this is the moment UFC fans around the world have been waiting for. Live from the sold-out T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. It's time! 5 rounds in the UFC welterweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a mixed martial artist, holding a professional record of 17 wins, 6 losses. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 170 pounds. Fighting out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Paul, the Irish Dragon, Felder. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a jiu-jitsu fighter, holding a professional record of 21 wins, 12 losses. He stands 6 feet tall, weighing in at 170 pounds. Fighting out of Stockton, California, presenting an Ultimate Fighter season winner, Nate Diaz!
Okay, guys, protect yourself at all time, obey my command at all time. If you want to touch love, do it now, go back to your corner.
They touch him up, and we are underway.
You ready?
All right, so here we go with round one, and on one side, clearly the more well-rounded fighter, yet when we sat down with him on Thursday, first words out of his mouth, he ain't gonna submit me, I'm gonna try to take him down.
Oh my goodness. And you laugh just like that because you know how much of a joke this is. You want to avoid the grappling with this guy at all costs. I know he has bravado. I know he has a big ego. Oh! He's done it! He's done it!
Trying to establish that jab once again. Oh! continues to mix it up, going to the head, mixing in some body shots. Oh, nice land there with the punch. You see, he's taking advantage of what is an obvious edge and reach. Well, perhaps a sign of things to come as he lands a kick there.
Nice kick landed by the keeper.
All right, he engages in the single collar tie.
If your opponent has you in the clinch, pulling down on your head, landing punch after punch, you have got to clear that collar tie, reach back inside, and try to find space.
Oh, connects with another uppercut. I'm surprised his opponent's head stayed on his body after that.
He won't be able to take many more of these.
Right.
He's been taking them over and over again, and it's a testament to his chin. But you take one on the perfect spot, he will crumble like a stack of bricks.
Oh, just out of range with that punch attempt. Oh, beautiful counter jab upstairs for him there. He's got the reach advantage, and that certainly helped him in that exchange.
Big punch lands over the top. How's he going to follow this through?
Single collar tie now. Just over 3 minutes to go round one.
Like that left hand.
Oh!
What a fantastic strike to throw at the exact right moment. He deserves this moment. Go finish his fight.
27 total strikes and counting have landed for Paul Felder. Oh! Oh, and he caught the kick. Blocks the shot. Winded up on the right there to no avail. Felder's lower jaw does not look good. I don't think it's broken, but starting to... There, DC, he is hurt.
Massive hook lands, and his opponent seems to be on his way out of the fight.
Oh, he stunned him with that knee to the head.
Nice strike.
And now he lands a combination. You wonder if the offensive fighter is going to start to get frustrated here. Most, if not all, of these shots are getting blocked.
They're getting blocked because he's fighting one of the best defensive fighters in the UFC.
Again, he's looking for that left. It's not there.
Left hand punch from the clinch.
All right, so he's landed a few big uppercuts already. And DC, I know you're in the prediction business. You think he's going to set it up again here?
I am certain he's going to try and set that up again. Expect it to come off of a left hook, because off the left hook, you don't anticipate the next punch coming right up the middle. He's real good at trying to find that shot.
Oh, he landed a beautiful straight punch there, DC. He's got an edge in reach and certainly is making it count in this one. Diaz gets caught with that punch. Don't be afraid to get that head off the center line. I might let you kick the inside of my leg after the show.
No,
see how that goes.
You don't want that, J.A. You do not want that. No one wants that. Even trained professional fighters can't take too many of those strikes.
All right, 45 seconds now to go in the round. Oh, man, I think we got to start calling this guy Big Pun as he lands another punishing uppercut. Somebody's going to have to adjust here. This fight's going to be over.
The opponent needs to adjust. He's got to find a way to anticipate those strikes coming up the middle. He's got to find a way to see those uppercuts coming between the guard. You can have your hands up. The uppercut is not coming straight at you. It's coming up through the middle. He's got to roll those shoulders. He got to keep his elbows inside. Try to make this guy uppercut and punch into his elbows. Beautiful punch.
Seconds winding down in the opening round. Single collar tie here. Second round, straight ahead. And it could very well be anyone's fight. All right, so there's the end of the round, and the tide has officially turned. A huge head strike to stun his opponent. We'll see which corner can adjust here moving forward.
I mean, they've got to be celebrating. They've got to be happy. Everything's working. But the other side has to be concerned. They have to figure something out, make some sort of adjustment to try to change the tide of this fight.
Round 2 now. Nate Diaz versus Paul Felder. And he landed the right hand there. Man, how good is that jab from Nate Diaz? Almost as if he's been doing it for 20 years, right?
I mean, he has been doing it. You know, he's got a great boxing coach in Richard Perez, a guy that he believes in, a guy that has allowed him to gain the confidence to stand with the best strikers in the world. Big, powerful punch lands. Now he gets back in range.
Felder's lower jaw looking extremely swollen now. Mixes it up nicely in terms of staying heavy and also staying active.
He is throwing a fast, straight, hard jab. That's not a feeler jab. That's one that's really knocking the head back.
Right hand upstairs. Oh, collar tie. And there comes the separation now. Oh, spinning back fist. Didn't see that one coming. Stuffs that takedown attempt without issue. Oh, that's a good strike there by Diaz. Well, he has landed some good shots, DC, but really unable to string anything together in terms of solid combinations.
It's because he's not committing to it fully. He throws his jab. He may float a right hand out there, but he's not really sitting down on the right hand. He really doesn't seem to have the intent on landing it. He's got to be confident that it's going to land, and he's got to really throw his whole entire body into those strikes.
Much improved defensively as he blocks the shot. Got a single collar tie. Oh, you see him land the jab there. He's got the reach advantage. You might as well use it. Oh, massive head kick there. We'll see if he can finish. Well, more often than not, when he has struck, he has landed 86 total strikes. Have now landed for the Iron Lung, Paul Felder. Well, still connecting on about 4 of every 10 attempts.
This might be the biggest shot of this entire fight. He lands a massive hook to put his opponent on wobbly legs.
Just missed with that right hand. Felder's shot is blocked. So a much different approach from him here in round 2. Took him a while to find the range, get in his striking rhythm. He has found it here, and as a result, has really picked up the pace in round 2. All right, he closes the distance, gets the single collar tie. Felder gets caught with that punch. Man, DC, his hands look good. A lot of volume, a lot of accuracy tonight.
He's doing a great job being accurate, but he's also very fast. Look at the hand speed.
Right. Well, now if you're the opponent, you really got to be careful as Diaz is able to find a home for that right hand yet again.
When Diaz starts landing the right hand, you have got to stay firm. You have got to dig your heels in the ground and say, no way you're going to just run me over. Easier said than done when you're facing Nathan Diaz.
Well, he keeps going back to the... I'm not sure his opponent knows where he is.
No, he is on Beach Street right now. He's seeing Tweety Bird over the top of his head. When you take a hook like that, you are on wobbly legs.
Oh! Decent right hook attempt, but it's no good.
Left hand punch from the clinch.
All right, he engages in a single collar tie here. And they separate.
Great punch. Oh, he hurt.
Oh, he dove and he lands. Wow. Well, anytime you are in a ground fighting situation with this fighter, you're potentially playing with fire.
Now the guy's got armbar. He's attacking it on it. Recognize that when a guy starts to put his feet on your hips, you got to move him off, and you got to cover. You can't be off to an angle. Now he falls back into the finishing position.
Not tapping out tonight. Final seconds. in the books. Well, I'm not sure the extent to which he has recovered, but we do see the end of the round. DC, talk us through the replay.
Well, he's a tough guy. He's going to make it to the stool. He's going to survive unless you put him completely out of there. Unfortunately, he's in there with a guy that does have that ability.
You ready? You ready?
Third round underway. Well, he hasn't really showed any signs of slowing down tonight. He continues to connect on a high volume of strikes here.
Can't take many of those. You better check.
Oh!
The dude's hurt. He needs to start looking for finish now because he's got his opponent hurt very bad. Now he's on top of him looking for a finish.
Back to the feet. Oh! Just out of range with that left hook.
What a punch.
Nice connection there by Nate Diaz. Not a guy you want to let get going here on the feet, DC.
No, because it's all downhill with Nate, right? It's the activities that will overwhelm his opponents, and this looks like the start of that.
Well, a lot of volume and a lot of lands thus far. 120 total strikes have already landed for Nate Diaz. And landing with 37% accuracy thus far tonight against Paul Felder. Well, you didn't see a lot of the body work from him in the early. Straight punches we've seen all night.
Huge straight punch lands, and he got it hurt very bad. Oh, he got it hurt bad!
Well, he's able to get back up here, but oh!
He got his foot on the hip, and now he's throwing up a triangle attempt. He's going to try to move his left arm across to get pressure on the choke. Oh!
And this might just be a matter of time. Somehow stays in the fight. All right, side control now, DC. When you get side control in a fight, what are you looking at?
When I get to the side control in the fight, and I believe this young man should do the same thing, it's secure first. Grab everything in tight. Make sure your elbows are in. Make sure you've got something locked in so your opponent doesn't just squirm away. Punch short punches, but try to make the opponent make a choice. Either he turns back into you, take your front headlock, or he turns in the opposite direction, you throw your hook in, and you start looking to get a choke off. Now into his mouth.
All right, so inside the open guard of his opponent. You got to be careful playing around for too long here on the ground with this guy. Oh, nice work from the bottom. Tags him with the punch. All right, he's got side control here, DC. You know, he's got a lot of different submissions in his arsenal once this fight gets to the ground. Oh!
He's got the turn on the elbow, and he's going to chase the submission finish.
So the tap comes shortly thereafter.
He got the arm straight, right? The moment he was able to break the lock, John, his opponent was in trouble. Hip pressure up, opponent had to tap.
And he tapped and he lives to fight another day, but a huge win for his opponent by submission tonight. All right, so a wild round and a wild sequence there on the ground, DC. Talk us through the highlight.
He's such a phenomenal grappler. I don't understand how people don't know that this guy wants to submit you. He is the best grappler, best submission specialist we've seen in a long time.
So a seminal moment for this fighter here tonight as he gets the win by submission. Huge victory in his career, and it'll be very interesting to see how they matchmake him moving forward.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Yves Levine has called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes of round number 3. Declaring the winner by tap out due to an armbar, Nate Diaz!
All right, right, so what a performance by this young man here tonight as he gets the win by way of submission. He certainly put a lot of stock into getting the finish tonight, and he did just that. Congratulations.
It was a very tough fight, but he knew that if he did everything right, he could get to his position, which is the ground, and he would be able to finally finish by submission. Tonight, he did just that.